Plaintiff Brian Aguirre grew up on the west side of Chicago, where he met the defendant. Brian admits he was in a gang and got into a lot of trouble, but Brian was jumped out of the gang after he had his daughter. Brian is suing his former friend for unpaid wages. Defendant Mario Avitia Luna says he and Brian started a graffiti crew when they were in high school to try and keep their friends away from the gang activity. But Mario ended up getting arrested for the graffiti. Mario insists Brian is suing him prematurely.
Start with you.
I'm from the west side part of Chicago. I grew up right there in Little Village. I met Mario back in 2005. Got into a lot of trouble back in the day, you know, like car theft, breaking windows, a lot of chaotic stuff, you know. I was sent to boot camp. My parents got fed up with my not coming home. Sorry?
What year did you go to boot camp?
In 2000, I think 8.
How long were you there?
14 months.
Did it work?
Not really. I came back out and I caught a felony at 17. Almost coming out of boot camp a little after.
As an adult?
I was 17, I turned 18.
Did they try you as an adult?
Yes, sir.
They try some 17-year-olds as juveniles. They try some as adults. So I know that personally, being tried as an adult at 17. So that's what I wanted to clear that up. For all you 17-year-old kids think you just gonna go to juvenile for 6 months. It's gonna be all right. This ain't nothing I'm doing. I ain't gonna do nothing but send me to juvenile. You okay? Good luck on that. Go ahead.
Yeah, so pretty much I was in and out of jail, and soon after I turned 20 and I found out I was gonna have a daughter. I had a daughter on the way. And right after that, I kind of, I got jumped out of a gang. I was in gangs and I got jumped out. And pretty much now I'm trying to keep my...
And one of your motivation or your most, the factor that motivated you most was your child?
My daughter, yes. Because I mean, I have to live for her, and I don't want to be dead and leave my kid without.
I tell folks on this show all the time, they got the wrong stereotype about street guys. They got the wrong stereotype. They love their children. They may have a life of self-destruction and all the other things that come with growing up in an environment or in a whatever reasons people give. The fact is, those guys love their children. And you're an example, and we see that example all the time. So I want society to stop that stereotype that everybody in the hood or in the streets don't care about anybody and don't care about their children and abandon their children. That's not true. So I'm glad to hear that. It also changes with mamas. Mamas help change a lot because kids don't want to hurt their mothers. So mama put that guilt on them. That's what straightened me up, but honestly, it was true. Yes. Mother came to me and said, "Doctor, I was in jail." She said, "The doctor said I got about 1 year to live. And I would like for you to straighten your life up." And that put me on the fast track. 6 months later, I was in college with my GED. So mothers, I see that a lot with mothers. And girlfriends and wives, if they really love you, they straighten out. That was the other part. I went to college, transition wasn't that quick. Took about 2 years to transition from a thug to totally legitimate. You know, then I met my wife, Linda. She said, "You're gonna have to stop all that if you want to be with me." Uh-oh. I said, "Okay, fine as you are, I am. It's over. I ain't been a thug since." I tell this stuff for lessons, not just to deviate from the conversation. Let me hear from you, sir. Give me some background.
Yes, so I met Brian when I was in high school. And like he said, the neighborhood that we lived in was not a very good neighborhood. So we decided to start a graffiti crew to try to get our friends like away from, you know, like all the gang activity that they might be exposed to. Good. And, you know, it's not a good thing, but it's something, you know, that we thought was better than having everybody, you know, being, you know,
correct. Armed robberies, kicking down doors, shooting each other up. So in this case, it's a reprieve that you all went from violent criminals to just graffiti property destroyers. You got a little group, you took them from the violent street gang activity to spraying buildings and bridges or whatever else.
And so in 2008, I got arrested for graffiti. And Brian, you know, he managed to get away. So like, he's very slick like person, because like even actually like I had met this girl at a party, and you know, I was trying to hook up with her. And later on, I found out with Brian that she had texted him, and they had
that was
some pictures.
very long ago. I'm married now.
Yeah, so like
long time ago.
He said, "Don't bring that. Don't mess up his marriage. Go ahead."
But at the end, like you know, we you know,
reconciled and came back together.
We didn't let that get in between us.
How long you all been back friends?
Oh man.
Other than this.
Oh.
How long you been friends again?
About 12, 13 years.
Okay, good. Tell me what happened here with the waitress you're suing him about.
Well, pretty much, he asked me to go to work with him a few days. He asked me to bring a laborer, and he told me he was going to pay me in about 2 weeks after the job was completed. It's been 3 months.
All right.
And
what was the agreement on wages?
Well, first we never really agreed on how much an hour. Pretty much it was going to go by day. And so out of $500, it was $300 were to pay the labor I was with.
You all agree it's $500 though?
Yes.
All right. You agree it was $500?
Yeah, we just let it at a flat rate.
All right. So what do you say happened?
So we agreed that when I get paid, I would pay them the $500.
Get paid from
a client.
The one you all worked on?
Yes, because we're remodeling a home.
All right.
And I informed him that as soon as I got paid, I would pay them. But I have not got paid for that work. So.
And how long have you been in business?
I think like 13 years.
13 years, a lot of experience with paying people. It's not like you're new to this and don't know that your workers are going to want their money right after they finish. And part of your business strategy or model should always be, I got to have some money set aside because these workers are not going to wait on me to get this business, which I'm making a profit on. So your workers don't make a profit. You can wait, and when you do wait and get yours, you're making a profit. Job might cost $5,000. You charge them $7,000. You make $2,000 profit. That's how business goes. But these poor souls, they don't do anything but work in the cold, work in the rain, and then get an hourly wage. And so, out of fairness and out of good business, and being a good employer, you should know how that goes. As you told me, you just started out in business and you were broke and this was your first contract and the client has been stringing you along, but contractors do most of the stringing along. They tell you it's going to be 1 week and turn into 1 month, 3 months. Don't show up. Yeah, don't show when they want. And the reason, because they're juggling 5 jobs at the same time, and that's all right, but be honest about it. Contractors. And so that's what we have from your crowd. And so you should know, have you had discussions with him and what has he said since that time?
Well, we've been back and forth texting, but it just stopped after like me questioning him. Hey, what's up with my money? What's up with my money? Hey, it's not around yet. I haven't got paid. And that's not really my problem because I should have been paid when the job was done.
Yeah, but if he told you the condition was he'd pay you when he received his check and you agreed to that, then he hasn't breached the contract yet. No matter what I just said, if you agreed to that deal, he hasn't breached it because he hasn't gotten it.
No, well, the thing is that we didn't agree that it was going to be when he got paid. It was more when in 2 weeks we were going to get paid.
2 weeks. All right. That's what you say the agreement was 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
Yours makes more sense. I don't see you going for that. I'll pay you when I get it. All right, no, nobody going for that, sir. No, I pay when I get it. Is that you'll go for that?
No.
I don't think anybody will. I'm going to believe him unless there is solid proof on your behalf that or evidence that he said, I will wait until you get it. That was part of the agreement in the beginning. Unless you have that, I'm going to grant his judgment, because I would have to choose who I believe. And in this instance, common sense says it would be him. Secondly, your experience tells me that you should have known better, and that perhaps you're either deceptive today or you were deceptive then. So do you have any evidence that might indicate that there was that agreement in the beginning? He agreed to it.
Your Honor, I have text messages after we did the work, and then after, you know.
And do you remind him on those text messages, hey, remember I said it's when the client pays me? Do you have one that says that? All I need is that one where he agreed to wait. Take your time. I ain't one of your employees. I know the game. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
I told you, man. I hope we just be friends, man, and just forget about that.
I'm hoping for the better. So.